So for those of you who have been following our story for a while, you know that 2.5 years ago, we left California, sold all of our possessions, packed everything into a trailer, and hit the road. And our biggest reason for that was to
get our
family back and heal our marriage. We were in a pretty rough spot for a couple years, and the two decisions that we came down to were quit and split up and go our own ways, or do something ridiculous and
do something very crazy.
Yes, and fix it, work on fixing it. And we did that over the year that we were on the road. It was amazing and magical.
It wasn't just a road trip journey, it was a emotional, spiritual journey.
It really was. It really was. Part of that story now, 8 years ago, we had our last baby. Corbin was our fourth child, and he came kind of in the middle of our marital issues.
It was the start of the downward spiral.
And at that time, it was like, this is it. We're not having any more kids. We can't imagine having any more kids with the emotional relationship state we're in. And we were cool with that. And we had a blast with our 4 kids on the road while we were doing it.
We built a very tight crew.
We did. And we have been a very tight crew. And then we got here, we found our place, and we hit this new era, I'll say. And we felt like life was shifting again and changing. And we kind of had the pull of maybe there's more kids in here somewhere. And so we sat down late last year and kind of did the whole, hey, you know what, I think maybe we should have another baby. And then the other one would go, well, I kind of think maybe we should have another baby.
It was one of those things, it was weighing on both of us. It was like, I don't know if I want to be done.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, because we really were starting life all over again.
When we've joked with each other, we did this big road trip. We sold everything in search of, finding not just a homestead, but finding each other again. And honestly, it feels like we got remarried.
Yeah.
That's what it has felt like. It feels like we've started over.
So we did really feel remarried, and like we kind of had a honeymoon thing, and we just, had 4 kids go along with us, and it was kind of cool. So when we got to the end of last year and said, you know what, we're thinking about doing this, both of us were like, it was like no question.
Yeah.
Like, yes.
We agreed 100%.
Totally the right thing to do. So, obviously, you guys have followed. We've been pregnant for 9 months, felt like forever. And this past Sunday, we added a new member to our family.
Leading up to it, it was on Sunday. It was a pretty normal Sunday. I've kind of had the feeling we were getting pretty close. And then, the stubborn signs that start showing up. Did you just have a contraction? No, it wasn't a contraction. She cooked a massive dinner on Sunday, which,
massive dinner.
The last few weeks it's kind of been hard cooking dinner and stuff like that. Just
like sandwiches.
Yeah, a lot of
you're
sandwiches.
lucky if you get a sandwich.
And she cooked this massive dinner, and it was just like,
oh.
And just all these signs, and I'm watching her cook dinner, and she's like stopping to have contractions. I was like,
Now, to be honest, I had Braxton Hicks for probably the past 2 months, and some of them have been pretty strong. And the contractions I had been having Sunday weren't any kind of consistent. So it was just kind of like, no, this can't be it. There's no way. We're just going to wait another week for this baby.
So early on, we had decided, mostly you had decided,
yes,
we were going to do a home birth.
Yes.
And that was part of the push to get in this house.
Right.
We could have done it in the trailer, but we really wanted a space. We wanted a new space to bring this life home.
Yeah, and an extra space. And part of my reason for home birth was I had had some negative experiences with the last 2.
in hospitals.
In hospitals, and it made my labors very difficult, and it made the recovery process very difficult, and it just wasn't something comfortable. So when we got out here, it was like, you know what, a home birth feels like it would be better.
So Sunday, we had dinner, and
Massive dinner.
It
was really good.
And Brett wanted to work in the garden,
Yeah.
and he, since his garden's doing so good, he was like, can I rototill? I was like, I'm not gonna make you rototill, I'll go rototill. So me and the boys went out and rototilled, and she came out and sat in a chair and watched, and every time I looked up, she's over there having a contraction, and I'm just thinking like, oh gosh, like it's gonna be tonight.
But still nothing consistent. I mean, it's like, 45 minutes here, maybe 30 minutes here, maybe an hour here.
So we get the kids in bed for the night. It's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna take a shower because last time I took a shower, it calmed them down so
Right.
I can sleep. And I asked her, I was like, have you called your midwife yet? And she goes, oh no, I'm not gonna bother her.
But at this point, I really was laying on the bed going, oh, okay. And they were getting stronger and closer together.
So she gets out of the shower, and I was like, call your midwife.
Yeah.
She finally called her midwife, and her midwife goes, why didn't you call me sooner?
Well, okay, to be honest, we started timing them at about 9:25, and they were about 15 minutes apart at that point, give or take. Still, nothing terribly consistent, but they were getting to be about 15 minutes. And I got in the shower, and they were about 5 minutes, and they wouldn't stop. So I get out of the shower.
She comes out, she's over here, call her midwife, and her midwife is a ways away. She's already on her way.
Right.
But by that point, she was getting to the point where they were
About 3 minutes apart. Oh.
And we had the birth pool and everything. I went out there, got it filled up. So as I'm filling up the pool, we called our friends, and Bill came and got the kids so the kids could go stay with them for the night.
Figuring this was gonna take a while.
We figured this was gonna be all night.
My last two were 16-hour labors, so it's kind of planning on that.
So I see the kids off. I don't even think they'd made it down the driveway yet, and she says, bless you.
Oh goodness.
She says, I need you.
Yeah.
I come running in here.
They're about 2 minutes to a minute apart. Very intense.
And we have the midwife on speakerphone.
She's like, I'm on my way.
I'm almost there.
And I'm saying, I feel like this is gonna happen like right now.
So she tells me on the phone, all you need to do is not let the baby hit the ground. And that's what I did. So I got to catch this little one.
He caught her baby.
So
2-hour labor, 4 pushes.
Yep.
That was all it took.
We had the baby right here in this room. Didn't even get to use
Didn't even get to the pool.
We're sitting here holding the baby. Midwife gets in. We finish up. Get Meg and the baby in bed.
Yeah.
And I had seen what it was, and it surprised me.
Yeah.
And as soon as I handed the baby to Meg, I didn't tell her what it
He
was.
didn't.
She has the baby in her arms, and she looks and starts crying. We had a girl.
We would like to introduce to you Miss Liliana Faith.
Do I turn the baby around to show everybody?
Turn the baby around.
She's been very, very patient while we've been trying to film this video.
She has been very patient. She is the sweetest thing.
She was a little baby. She was 6 pounds, 1 ounce, 20 inches long, little thing.
Little thing. And she just came rushing into this world. And now I'm sitting here going, goodness, baby girl, you're going to give us a run for our money. wasn't planning on crying. But
It was one of the most amazing real things I've ever experienced. In a weird way, it was kind of like a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
Like, not many guys get to actually like catch their own daughter, like bring their own baby into the world. And honestly, with the way the past 2.5 years have gone, I'm not surprised. It was just like, okay, I guess this is happening. This is how our life is right now.
It is. To go through the past 2.5 years of like really, really healing our marriage, and to get to this point where we don't even have a choice. Like, the midwife is not here. We are doing this together. Was the most beautiful romantic thing ever. I gotta stop crying. And so, most of you were right. We had a girl.
A lot of people were like, the way she's carrying, it's a girl.
Yep.
And I have to admit, like, seeing the way she carried, it was like she's carrying different than the past 4.
And I felt different. I felt like it was a girl, but it was one of those, I didn't really want to say it too much, because you never know, and we purposely decided to not find out. Just because we wanted to be surprised at the end, and it was the coolest experience to really be surprised. And we would have been happy either way, but to get to the end and to have it go the way it did, and for you to catch and to be like, it's a girl, it's finally a girl, was just amazing. And the boys love her. That it was really funny. Munchie walks in and the first thing he says is, "Where's this baby at?" So they walked in and we got to tell them that they had a baby sister, and they went, "What?" So they've been enjoying her, and they keep saying she's so tiny. She is so tiny.
She's our little bug.
She is our little bug. So we're just super, super happy to finally be able to introduce her to everybody. And we've just been chilling and hanging out and snuggling, and
it's been a very, very wonderful, well, almost 5 days now?
What day is it?
What day
it's
is
Wednesday. It's been 3 days, y'all. It's been 3 days. So, obviously, if you don't see us for the next few days, you know why. We're just taking time to hang out with each other as a family and
enjoy our little baby girl.
Yes. So there we have it, y'all. Thank you for supporting us and for praying over this little one and praying for the birth. I mean, I don't think any of y'all could have prayed for anything better. That was incredible and amazing and just the best experience ever. And we are so thankful for this blessing. Very wide-eyed blessing.
She's just like, what are you guys talking about?
I don't care, you're just talking.
Just taking it all in.
Keep talking. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Bye. I don't know how to start it.
I don't know either.
Hey y'all, we had a baby.